Hello, welcome to Chuck's Metal Models. We are going to do a comparison with a Gilbert Erector set, Meccano Erector, and other brands. So let's start out. Here is an older Erector set that I received as a hand-me-down as a child. I got stuff that I made myself in here, but there's the parts, a lot of metal parts. That's what the original Erector set was all metal. So let's close it back up. So that's a Gilbert number 10074, the Ferris wheel set. I had that as a child. I just received it back a few years ago. And here's a set I bought about 20 years ago. I saw this Erector Ferris wheel set. I said, yeah, I used to have one as a kid. I'll get this. At that point, I didn't have the one that I just showed you. But I purchased this one. It's about 20 years ago because it says, let's see the date on here. March of 2003. So yeah, that was a little over 20 years ago. Over 21 years ago. Wow. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to start getting some more Erector sets. So I bought a bunch of these. Here's one of the boxes. Problem is, look at all those parts. They're plastic. I don't want plastic. So I bought a variety. I think I bought like a dozen different sets. So some were labeled Meccano, and this is one here actually was Erector by Meccano. So I don't know why they decided, but the numbers on this one on the right is an 18212 model, so I think that's from 2018. So I was kind of buying these from 2016 to 2018. I bought a lot of them at a store called Kmart. Who remembers Kmart? Let's try to get this open. So I took those dozen sets, I combined them into these two plastic boxes here. So this one has all the motors, all the tires, and it has all the tools, the wrenches and Allen wrenches. And in the bottom, it is all plastic parts. I don't want plastic parts. I wanted metal parts. So let me put that back and open up this one. This one was a case from the Erector. So here I got a lot of the nuts and bolts. Got more plastic parts in this one too. And right there I got a lot of tools. So let's open this up, and there is all the metal parts from about 12 sets, and most of it is just a little corner brackets and stuff. There was not a lot of metal anymore in the Erector sets. Let's put that one back, and then I decided at one point I was going to start collecting Erector sets. So I found this old one here at Antique Mall. It's the only one I bought at the Antique Mall. I just bought a lot of modern ones and just combined the parts as I showed you. And then I also have a couple other smaller sets. This one here is bolts by Meccano. I believe I bought those at Dollar Tree before they start having their own brand, before the Make It Block brand. And this one here, Creative Lab. This I think I bought from Menards, and I don't think I'm going to be able to zoom in very well, but on there they show the piece, and they show on the metal piece, they show 1/2 inch. So they're trying to tell you there that that is compatible with Meccano Erector set, Gilbert Erector set, all the different Meccano Erector set names. So since I wanted metal parts, I at one point went out and started buying steelworks because it was like, Wow, that box, that looks like all kinds of metal parts. That'd be cool. Use with my Erector set, get a bunch of metal parts. And actually, this is the third Ferris wheel I now have. So I thought that'd be great. It's like, let's see here. It's by Schilling, and let me go way back over here, and Meccano SN. I thought this was okay. Yeah, there we are. Schilling. I'm like, cool. It's the same brand, so it's going to be the same. Well, problem is, the Erector set by Schilling is 1/2 inch between each hole, where this Steelworks one by Schilling is based upon metric. It is 1 centimeter between each hole. So they're not really compatible. Yes, there are holes and you can use nuts and bolts and combine them all, but the holes don't line up if you're trying to put parts together with 2 bolts through them. So here is that set. I have it together. I never took it apart. I took my other 2 Erector sets apart, and I think I'm probably going to want to put the 2 of them back together and show all 3 together. But this is a little wind up. Excuse me while I get here. Whoops. There we go. It's the wind up. And one thing when I built this, I knew it was Steelworks, but the little part there says Iron Commander. Okay, so I realized Iron Commander, that's Magical models. And they sell it also as Magical models, so I think at some point Steelworks probably just reboxed it under their label also. I think Magical Model was sold over in Europe, and in the United States they sold it under a Steelworks name. So here's another Meccano model. This one I have over here, the merry-go-round. And again, this is based on centimeters, so 1 centimeter between each hole. And just recently, one of the first videos on this channel, I built this RC mech motors from Metal Tech, and that is the same metric. It's 1 millimeter, oh sorry, 1 centimeter between the holes. And I got some different products here. Here's Steel Mechanics. Bought this at Big Lots, I guess. That again is the same metric. And I have a few different sets from Anchor Play. They have different names on the boxes and that. They are the same metric. I got this rocket construction kit to build a space shuttle. That one is in metric. And I got this Ultimate Construction, another one metric. So there's a lot of sets that are metric centimeter compatible. So the Steelworks is I got a lot of Steelworks models. So that's what I'm going to think right now is one of the major ones for that under metric, but there's a lot more. So let's see. Let's take a walk back again. There we go through the different parts I've had all the way back to the original. It's original for me. I know there's older ones than this, but this is the first Erector set that I played with as a child. So please like and subscribe to my channel, and thank you very much from Chuck's Metal Models.